Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing an acrylic design and I am using CJP acrylic. So this first colour is Candy Apple. I don't do a lot of red sets and I thought, do you know what? We're going to do this. I think it was Heather used Candy Apple in a design and I thought, oh wow, you know what? That is a really nice colour. Let's give that a go. So here we are. Now, the mistake I make with CJP, and I do it all the time, obviously I use different products a lot, so I don't always stick to the same brand, is I forget that their coloured powders, or the ones I've got, are strength powders. So I go in to use them as though it's just a normal acrylic powder that you cap, completely forgetting the fact that you can actually just build the nail and you don't actually have to cap it. Although I think I'm actually going to go back to just doing it, just capping it actually. Because it just catches me out every time and I just think, well, do you know what? Actually, it'd probably save me money if I did just cap it in clear, because clear acrylic costs less than the coloured acrylics, and obviously you get it in much bigger bulk and, you know, yeah. La 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 la. That's what I'm going to do in the future. This pinky is awful because I forgot the fact that it was a strength powder. So I just went in with my normal, it's just like autopilot. You know, you just do. You say, oh, colour powder, put it on thinly, la la la. And yeah, at some point my brain kind of twigs in and goes, oh, so now I'm trying to have to work back on myself. Whereas if I was doing a full nail, I would have done the 3 bead method and I would have started towards the front of the nail rather than from the cuticle downwards, generally speaking. I figure out what I'm doing, and by the time we get to the thumb is going to be exactly the same as the pinky. It's just going to be a full cover of this colour because it's beautiful. And oh look, it looks very similar to my thumbnail colour, although that is polish. But still, you know, I'm like, I can see why I liked that colour so much. Right, I think I've nearly finished. I do actually, I think I'll come back and fiddle with that pinky even more. So then I decided I was going to do a marble. I am using negligee. It's very naughty, isn't it? Which is another core powder from CJP, and I'm going to marble that with the Candy Apple. I completely forgot what the name of it was. I'm like, gee, I've only just said this and I've already forgotten. I thought it kind of looked like an ink stain, that sounds wrong. You know, because you got the sheer colour with it, but I didn't want to use white. I didn't want to use clear because I did want some colour to it. I wanted a little bit of pigment. I'm not overly sure about it. This is, I'm using a glitter here. This is from Glitter Fairy. And obviously Glitter Fairy doesn't exist anymore. So unfortunately you can't get this glitter. But you could use any glitter you like as a base. And that's all this is. We're going to do layering. Layering. We're going to do some layering on this middle finger. Because I'm all into the layering at the moment. For anybody that hasn't watched my channel before, I struggle to say the word layering. And that's why I have to really stop and think about it and pronounce it as I do. Because when I just go for it, it comes out as layering. Yeah, there you go. Fun and weird fact for you there. I did actually use some of the negligee to put that glitter on. Now I am coming in with... These are some flakes that I got from AliExpress. It was just like a pack of 6 different flakes. The thing with flakes is, as you can see, the minute you touch them, you get tons. Absolutely tons of them. You really don't need a lot. They are stunning though. I love flakes so much. But for God's sake, don't sneeze. Oh my God, if you sneeze near that pot, it'll be in your lungs. Like, you will be finding that stuff. You'll be sneezing it up for weeks and it will go everywhere because it is so fine. You can tell the coffee's just kicked in, can't you? And then I'm going to come in and I'm just going to pop some of these flowers on. I'm just using clear acrylic here just to put those on. Just thin layers. You don't need to bulk this up because obviously we're going to cap it all. So you want to keep everything nice and thin. And again, I got these from AliExpress. They're not actual real flowers. They're kind of like, it's like cardboard flowers, but it's not cardboard because otherwise cardboard would have disintegrated by this point putting monomer on it. I don't know what it is, but it's for nails, so it's fine. It works. It's beautiful. Whee! Yeah, I really liked the marble until I then looked in the pictures, and now it kind of looks like the nail's bleeding. I did this design probably about a week ago, and I'm just coming to voice over it now. And when I was looking at the picture, I'm going, not sure about that, you know. I think if I'd used any other colour but red, it wouldn't quite look so. But on it. But yeah, it kind of looks, I don't know, it just looks a little bit wrong now. And I'm really sorry if I've just ruined this design for everybody going, oh, Shona, we hadn't thought of that. None of us had seen that until you decided to point that out. So I apologise, but yeah, it did. It looked like it was bleeding a little bit. Anywho, so this thumbnail is how we were supposed to do it. 3 bead method, start kind of the middle of the nail, pull the bead down. You don't have to feather it back too much at the back. It's just make sure there isn't a you know, like a cliff the other side, because you are going to bring in more beads. I say the 3 bead method. I use more than 3 beads. I'm not beadist. I don't count how many beads I do, because it's however many beads it takes to do the job, because it doesn't matter so long as you get there. You could use 10 beads if you want. If you want to use a tiny brush and do 10 beads, go for it. No problem whatsoever. Right. I think I'll probably use 4 because I probably want a bit more of an apex in there, because at the moment there isn't an awful lot. And I wasn't quite happy with how the cuticle went either. So again, I'm just going to come in with some beads and just sort that out as well. But oh my God, I love this colour. I'm just ignoring that pinky because, oh my God. Yeah, that didn't go well. But hey, that's what files are for. We'll make it pretty. It will all be fine. Panic not. Panic not. And I'm of the opinion, as we all know, that it's better to have too much product than not enough, because you can always file down. If you don't have enough in there and you are trying to get in the shape and you're trying to file it down, file it into shape, and you don't have enough product there, you will just take away everything. And it will just end up a mess. So if in doubt, put more on, because you can always take some off. Okay. And as you can see, I decided I was actually just going to cap this nail in clear, because yeah, and it just works better. I was using the crystal clear as is it clear as ice? Clear ice? Crystal ice? Something like that. And yeah, I don't know why on that thumb it just didn't quite. Was it the thumb? I think it was. I don't know. No, I'm talking absolute pants. It was the pinky. I don't know what it was. The last bead I put on, which wasn't, it was just coloured powder. It ended up a little bit bubbly. So yeah, anyway, I've decided I'm just going to cap. Now, I never leave in my cap in, because capping is boring. I don't like it. I hate it with an absolute passion. Everybody knows this about me. But today I decided, you know what? I'm just going to keep it in. I'm going to let you watch the struggle that is me trying to cap nails. Yeah, you're welcome. I am not going to include the filing. I hate filing these nails. I really, really, really hate filing them. And I always end up with like a weird cramp or something. So when you're doing, I like to come and just do a bit of a thin layer, which I'd already done actually on these when I finished because of when I was putting the flowers on, obviously I was putting a layer on. But if you were just putting raw glitter on there, make sure you come along with quite a wettish bead of clear first, so it gets into all the nooks and crannies before you then cap on top, because it just makes life a little bit easier. Yes. Wise words. Wise words. Okay, I'm just going to add a bit more in there. And then we're just going to cap over the last one. Oh, don't keep that in. So then we're going to finish off this design, because I thought, you know what, it's still just missing something. And I got these really nice crystals from, I think it's Nirvana nail supplies. And I've never used them. And I thought, you know what, they go really, really nicely. So I'm just coming in with some chi gel. I'm making kind of the shape of the crystal that I'm going to put on there, because I'm only going to put the one on. If I was doing this on a person, I would have used more than one, because they did actually sit up a little bit. And if you left it like that on a person, you'll knock that off. It just will. So you need to kind of fill around that. Or I potentially would have positioned it in a different place, depending on what I was doing. So I'm going to come in with my chi gel. You don't cure it. We're going to put the top coat over the top. Then we're going to put the gem on, and I will normally cure that for 60 seconds, especially if you were adding crystals around it, because you want to make sure that it really does cure all the gel in there, because it's going to keep it nice and secure. Then we're going to pop the top coat on, and then that's pretty much it for this design, to be honest, because that's all I'm going to do is just going to plop couple of crystals on, and that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.